Yeah.
already if possible?
At this point, Paul, I believe our list is our list, and we will not have anyone available from that for tomorrow.
That includes Dom.
At this moment, yeah, I haven't been given a full update post practice here. Just jumped out, but yeah, I imagine that our list is our list moving forward for at least today.
I know you liked the energy yesterday. What is adding a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old doing in that mix?
Well, certainly a lot of enthusiasm. The guys were all joking when JJ walked through the doors this morning. I mean, you could even see the smile with his mask on, his cheeks flared out. Just enthusiasm. I mean, from the second both those guys arrived today. Obviously, Peyton's been around the league a little bit first day in Buffalo, but you could sense the enthusiasm, the genuine excitement about being here and getting on the ice. You know, both those guys were out early, hungry to shoot some pucks and even do some laps pre-skate. But you know, even with the greetings, you could just sense how excited they are to be part of this, and looking forward to being part of things tomorrow night.
Excited to see how those two really fit in. I mean, two obviously important players in the future of this organization. To see how they really acclimate.
Well, for sure, they're both great hockey players in their own right. They both bring different things to the table, and they're big pieces to what we're trying to do moving forward. So to get them in and get a live look, we've certainly been watching a lot on video. I mean, even as our coaching group, we're pretty dialed into what's gone on in Rochester and how those guys are playing. So we've seen them via video quite a bit, but to have them here in house and to see them live on the ice and up close. JJ, we had the opportunity in camp, but with Peyton, it's our first look. So it's pretty cool to have them in the mix and look forward to building off today into tomorrow.
What will you tell them tomorrow, as you talk to them, maybe kind of help settle them down because there's going to be nerves. You've been through it, when your first game. What will you tell them?
For sure, it's pretty simple. Just play. I mean, we'll go through all the prep work. You honestly want to take the thought process out and go and play. They both have an identity as a players, and you want them to play as close to that identity as they possibly can, and kind of forget forget the noise, forget everything else. I'm sure you guys seen it today with Peterka. Tomer spent quite a bit of time chatting with him between drills, and even with Krebsy, spending a lot of time alongside Oki, just having him in his ear and kind of pulling things along. There's obviously some structure things that they need to get up to speed on a little bit, some of the intricacies, but it's come in, enjoy it, and play to your strengths.
What was the process like of figuring out what line the two of them would go on? It had to be a lot of fun, but what went into it?
Well, it's certainly a lot of fun when you have options and you have talented hockey players that bring a lot to the table, and it's finding the right mix. Where JJ is concerned, he's a hound on the puck. He's explosive. He's somewhat relentless getting pucks back, and Tomer's a guy that extends possessions for us. And we thought that him running alongside Tomer and Tucky, who's going to come back, that plays with a lot of speed, is maybe a good fit. And we'd look at it in practice today, and with Krebsy being alongside Oki and even Murr. We thought that him getting mixed in with Oki and having some mentorship early, especially in that center position, would be important for him to settle in.
Closer to JJ from day one. Just what's been growth for him as a rookie?
I think just embracing the day to day. The one thing that when you look at his game is, he attacks everything he does. And I think that's the offensive game has definitely taken some major steps for him. And I had the opportunity, obviously, in the development role to understand where he was and where he's currently at. But just the details inside his game, his defensive details have been pretty good. His on-ice awareness to what goes on away from the puck has been a major area of growth. And like I say, he's a hound, and he's one of those players that there's never an easy puck, never an easy shift. He's a tough guy to play against.
When it comes to Krebs, what stood out to you as you watched him down in Rochester?
First and foremost, extremely cerebral. There's a sense of calm to his game. He makes quick reads. He's able to scan the ice extremely well, understand where other players are, where time and space is, where his options are, and he has offensive gifts with his vision that have been apparent right from the get go, and even seeing some of that in practice today. Some of the reads inside some of the speed and pace of practice, we're true to what we see, and he's got some special attributes in that sense.
It might be easy to forget that it's also going to be Alex Tuck's debut finally. I mean, just how significant a game is this going to be for this organization? The two guys you got in the Jack trade both debuting the same night.
I don't know who's more excited. It may, just seeing it, whether it was JJ coming through the doors today, looking at his possible first game, or Tucky's first game here after the trade and after a long layoff. It'll be big moments. He was pretty upset with just getting his hopes up and then kind of getting things delayed, just through the circumstances that we've had. But for him to pull that jersey on tomorrow, his preparation that has gone into this moment from the time he's arrived has been second to none. He's added a ton on the day-to-day and on the ice and in our locker room. It'll be a special moment for him. We're as a group and as an organization, we're extremely excited to finally get Alex into a game as a Buffalo Sabre.
Center, but when R2 was playing the position in the NHL earlier this season, obviously some learning, a pretty big learning curve doing it for the first time in the NHL. What sort of signs did you guys see that led you to believe let's keep getting a look at this, let's keep him at center and see what he can do there?
Well, the one thing that we've always liked about R2, and even early this season as he was taking those steps, as a centerman in this league, are his details. At times, possibly his details were so good that maybe he was giving up a little bit on the offensive side. Just, I won't say hesitancy, but just certain holds and certain reads. And we thought that, for a younger player, I mean, he's had some pro experience, he's had the American League, but, his details were really good. There was a dependability factor there, and we felt that there was areas to continue exploring in his growth in the middle. Awesome. Have a good day, everybody.